Good afternoon, Grizzlies. Thank you so much for tuning into KMRG. I'm Megan.
And I'm Umi.
And you know how your phone is powered by a rechargeable battery? It's pretty convenient, isn't it? It has made a huge impact in our society in the past 30 years, and the creators of lithium-ion batteries have actually just won a Nobel Prize in chemistry.
Although they did not work on it together, Stanley Whittyman, John Goodenough, and Akira Yoshina each improved on the invention until they had a safe, effective product. While there is more work to be done on improving this battery, the scientists are hoping that they will become more prevalent in the coming century, which will help reduce the carbon emission fuels in the future.
One of the things that's important in society is to wean ourselves from our dependence on fossil fuels. And if we could make an electric car that would be as convenient and as cheap as an internal combustion engine, we get CO2 emissions off the road, says John Goodenough.
Although 97 years old, Goodenough has no plans to retire anytime soon and instead wants to continue improving on his invention. If we can use lithium-ion batteries in places of carbon emissions, our world will become a greener place. Attention any male or female athletes interested in wrestling this season, there will be preseason workouts on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 3:20 to 5 o'clock. Meet by the wrestling room. Be sure to have shoes for wrestling and weightlifting. If you have any questions, see Coach Broughton.
Interested in space? Then it's a good thing that the Space Foundation is accepting volunteers from at least 15 years old. The Space Center Foundation is accepting volunteers to help with public events to help space awareness in a fun and interactive way. Volunteers would serve as docents, STEM lab techs, and group support for events. If that's not your style, they also have various office projects and other volunteer opportunities available at their Space Foundation headquarters office. Their motto and goal is to advance space-related endeavors to inspire, enable, and propel humanity.
Attention all girls interested in swim and dive this year. There will be an informational meeting on Thursday, October 17th during lunch in room 124. Please see Mr. Reader if you are unable to attend.
Attention all sports fans! Today after school, cross country will be running the Colorado Springs Metro at 3:30 p.m. Our goal is to win, says Coach Burgess. It's a tough league with a couple of good teams, but I know my athletes will pull through. Make sure to come out and support your fellow Grizzlies.
Last Saturday, the Pride of Mesa Ridge played their hearts out at the Douglas County Marching Invitational, placing 3rd overall. The band is very proud of their placement, yet even more determined to go for 2nd and 1st place. Field Commander Javon Elias commented that he hopes we can come back and do even better at the next competition. The next competition is held in Arvada, which will serve as the band's final opportunity to improve and grow before the state qualifying regional next Wednesday.
Taylor Swift's pop album Lover, which was released on August 23rd, is back to number 2 on the charts. This album features the single Me with Brendan Urie, and there's even a song featuring the Dixie Chicks. This song was dedicated to her mom since she loved the Dixie Chicks. It is said to be her most free-spirited one yet, so go check out her 7th album if you haven't yet.
Clubs for Monday are Senior Council with Mr. Morse and Advisory in room 228, Military Rocks with Miss Devon at lunch, RPG with Mrs. Bird after school in room 110, Renaissance with Mrs. Walker at lunch in room 213, String Quartet with Mrs. West after school, Math with Mr. Grapes at lunch in room 205, Muse with Miss Tilly at lunch in room 109, and Athletic Training with Mrs. Brittany in the Athletic Training room.
And that's it. Thank you again for tuning in. And remember, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, our email is kmrg@wsd3.org. And check out our Instagram and Snapchat at kmrg.grizzlies. Thanks for tuning in and have a great 3-day weekend, Mesa.